This underground labyrinth is said to have been made in a single night with powerful magic. It is a dangerous place, replete with traps. It bars entry to all who would dare.
Outstanding.
Enemies.
It's my turn. Done.
Yes. Simple.
The trap was sprung, and the door magically closed fast. Slime creatures are weak against fire. The torch on the wall could be used to great effect. The clink of metal hitting the ground can be heard. You obtain a magic key to open the door.
Oh my.
Out of the blue, a mouse. He says when you ask about Lucane, the apprentice answers that his master's friend went into the labyrinth, and your quest to find Lucane. The door to the laboratory is through this hall.
Let's see. Oh yeah. It's my turn. Done. Oh, I can do that. I got it. Simple.
Because the laboratory was being misused, some of the experiments housed within have now run amok. There's been a population explosion of mutated beings that spread their spores around. The labyrinth is overrun by fungi.
It's my turn. Voila!
Destroy the cocoons before they hatch, or they'll keep coming. Found some bones that seem to belong to Lucane in the depths of the labyrinth. The tattered raiments and jewelry you bring back the bones of the magician. You found Lucane, but he was dead. You imagine the fairy will be overcome with grief, but you need to return to her. When you enter the laboratory, the fairy frantically flits around you. Upon seeing... the fairy is apparently attempting to lead you somewhere. You collect Lucane's bones and follow her. As you enter, a kindly voice echoes from the back. You nervously hand the monk the bones of Lucane.
Allow this heart to beat again. Quench their thirst. Lead the wandering soul back. Reverse death. And awaken them.
The prayer reaches the goddess, and Lucane, shocked to find himself alive, thanks you profusely. He tells you to visit him at his laboratory and leaves. The resurrected magician has returned to the old tower in town. You decide to see. The magician Lucane is waiting for you in the laboratory of the old tower. It seems that dying had an adverse effect on his short-term memory. Lucane is researching magic called Rune. Lucane introduces his fairy friend to you. He thanks you again for saving him and allowing him to enjoy life's rich pageant. Lucane says he'd be happy to sell you these items at a fraction of... What will you ask? The magician Wallace was an old friend of Lucane's. He was known as a great magician. He sealed that group, or myopia of Cyclopes, in a labyrinth and saved the land. He was also the... Before you realize it, Tiki is following you around. She will accompany you on your adventures henceforth. Fairies are known to be adept at finding hidden things. A letter from the castle has come to you via the guild. It simply says to report to the...
You're back. You have a request.
You assume that the letter was sent by the Prime Minister. Perhaps he has another request for you. Count Dean is waiting for you. After your the guards have drawn their swords. He says that he wants you to scout Bilberon, originally built to defend against the... It is a very dangerous mission. Per Count Dean's request, you agreed to infiltrate and surveil the subterranean fortress at the country's border. The Orc army presently controls Bilberon, the underground fortress built into the canyon. The King's army has been mounting a fierce offensive to try and reclaim the fortress.
Outstanding.
You step into the enemy kitchen. The cook, sensing your presence, stares directly at you. Luckily, her sight's not so keen, so she doesn't notice you. Eventually, the chef returns to her meat cutting.
They're here!
Luca. Oh, I can do that.
What?
I got it. Voila.
What?
Filthy Luca.
They're here. Come at me.
Let's see. It's my turn. Oh yeah.
Enemies.
Oh my.
They're here.
Outstanding. It's my turn. Voila!
What?
Oh, yes. Simple. Oh, I can do that. Oh my.
They're here.
It's my turn.
Get him.
Oh, yes. Voila! I got it. Done. Give me Luca. Outstanding.
They're here!
Oh, I can do that.
What?
Oh my. Oh, I can do that.
At the bottom of the stairs is an area connected to the sewers. This seems your most likely escape route. After defeating the Minotaur, you move through the sewer's filth. The reconnaissance mission went well. You gathered intel and slipped back across enemy lines. Among the treasures you claimed is the great sword of the hero Javelin. You succeeded in acquiring intel on the underground fortress. This job will be completed once you report to Count Dean.
Welcome to my shop. What would you like?
You report everything you learned to Count Dean. Unfortunately, you also mention the hero's legendary sword. Naturally, he demands the great sword, but at least he's in a good mood now. It seems that he thinks much more highly of you now. Dean confides in you some of the problems in the castle. Once the king went missing, the Prime Minister began recommending the Archduke MacNeil. Bulgar is an aggressive nation to the north. Count Dean, that's why Suddenly, the Prime Minister and the Princess appear. The Prime Minister warns you. Since you completed the job at the castle, you return to the Adventurers Guild to tell them what transpired. Roland also happens to be here to report on a job. However, Samuel is not here. Roland thinks that he just missed him and asks you to track down the guild. You look for Samuel, the guildmaster. He should be somewhere in town.
Oh, which one?
You recall what happened at the castle. You report everything you learned to Count. Naturally, it seems once the Bulgar Count D. That's why Suddenly, the Prime Minister. When you tell him that you can't find Samuel, he tells you to check the...
Did you find him?
Wandering One, how can I help you?
You stand before the goddess statues. Texts say the goddess is Althena, the one... If you are repeated... A giant man in armor finishes his prayers and turns around. He tells you that he was praying because he has sent many friends to look for the king. When you ask to help, Samuel just nods in a remote region. As you leave the temple, a ragged old man slumped in the road calls out to you in a gravelly voice. His raspy voice makes it difficult for you to discern if he's even speaking your language. You can give him a coin if you feel pity for him. Of course, you're free to walk away as well. He doesn't even acknowledge the coin. You probably won't be able to communicate. To solve the mystery of the disappearances, you head to the catacombs, where the villagers fear to tread.